When you think of Hollywood muscle, Chris Hemsworth instantly comes to mind. Hammer-swinging, charismatic, built like a god. But beneath that superhero surface lies an actor constantly chasing risk, reinvention, and range. From billion-dollar blockbusters to comedic experiments and gritty drama, Hemsworth's career is far more than muscles and mythology. Here's how he became Hollywood's most surprising and versatile powerhouse. Before the Marvel machine, there was Star Trek 2009. Hemsworth appeared for just 5 minutes as George Kirk, but in those 5 minutes, he saved a ship, sacrificed himself, and stole the entire opening. The role earned him about $150K, and more importantly, it put him on every casting director's watch list. That same year, A Perfect Getaway gave Hemsworth one of his first real Hollywood roles. The thriller made $22 million on a $14 million budget. His part was small but intense, enough to show flashes of the screen presence that would soon define him. That quick burst of buzz led straight into Cash 2010, his first lead in a US production. The film itself barely registered commercially, but Hemsworth pulled in around $250,000, and rumor has it, this was the performance that landed him the Thor audition. Then came Thor 2011, the turning point. Marvel took a gamble on a lesser-known Aussie with a hammer, and it paid off big. Directed by Kenneth Branagh, the film balanced myth, action, and Shakespearean drama, raking in $449 million worldwide. Hemsworth reportedly earned $150,000 to $300,000 for his first outing. Not much by MCU standards, but enough to lock him in. But while Thor was his breakout, The Cabin in the Woods 2012 showed a completely different side of him. Shot before Thor, but released after, the meta-horror satire saw Hemsworth playing a jock archetype, and then dismantling it. Audiences expecting generic scares got smart horror and biting humor. Hemsworth proved he had timing, range, and a willingness to poke fun at his own image. That same year, he returned to Asgard with The Avengers 2012, and this time, he wasn't just a solo act. He was a piece of a billion-dollar ensemble. The film raked in $1.5 billion, and Hemsworth held his own alongside RDJ, Evans, and Ruffalo. In Snow White and the Huntsman 2012, Hemsworth took on his first big fantasy role outside Marvel. The film pulled in $396 million worldwide, with Hemsworth earning around $5 million. Then came Red Dawn 2012, a remake of the 80s cult classic. Hemsworth took on the all-American hero role, leading a group of teens fighting off a North Korean invasion. But even with his rising star power, the film couldn't catch fire, earning just $50 million against the $65 million budget. Wanting to stretch beyond superheroes, Hemsworth took a risk with Rush 2013, playing real-life Formula One playboy James Hunt. Directed by Ron Howard, the film was sleek, fast, and fueled by ego and adrenaline. Critics praised Hemsworth's performance. It was charismatic, complex, and for the first time, awards-worthy. It made just under $100 million globally, but creatively, it was a massive win. Next came Thor: The Dark World 2013. It pulled in a solid $644 million, but critics weren't impressed. Even Hemsworth admitted later he was getting bored with the role. Still, he made around $5 million, and Thor remained a Marvel moneymaker. Trying to break away, Hemsworth took a swing with Black Hat 2015, playing a hacker in a high-stakes cyber thriller. Directed by Michael Mann, it flopped hard. Just $19 million on a $70 million budget. His reported $4 million paycheck couldn't save it, but it proved he was still chasing bold roles outside the Cape. That same year, he was back in the MCU with Avengers: Age of Ultron 2015. The film hit $1.4 billion worldwide, and Hemsworth's salary jumped to about $5 to $6 million. Bigger budget, more dysfunction, but Thor still stood tall among gods, monsters, and machines. Later, in 2015, Hemsworth teamed back up with Ron Howard for In the Heart of the Sea. Shot under brutal conditions, he dropped 30 pounds for the role. Despite the commitment, the film underperformed. Just $93 million on a $100 million budget. His paycheck, around $5 million. Then came The Huntsman, Winter's War, 2016, a fantasy spin-off that gave him the lead. The cast was stacked. Theron, Blunt, Chastain, but the movie flopped, making only $165 million globally. Still, Hemsworth reportedly earned $5 to $6 million, carrying the film with charisma even when the script didn't. That same year, he flipped the script completely with Ghostbusters 2016. As the airheaded receptionist, Kevin, Hemsworth leaned into comedy and stole scenes left and right. The film made $229 million, and his improv-heavy role proved he could do more than action. He had serious comedy chops. Thor Ragnarok 2017 was a full reset. With Taika Waititi behind the camera, Hemsworth reinvented the character with humor and chaos. It paid off. $854 million at the box office, and about $15 million in Hemsworth's pocket. Avengers Infinity War 2018 took Thor darker. Grieving, angry, and powerful, Hemsworth delivered one of his most emotional MCU performances. The film pulled $2.04 billion, with Hemsworth earning around $15 to $20 million. Hemsworth's acting was beyond phenomenal, but somehow he managed to go even more astounding in the next movie. In 12 Strong 2018, Hemsworth led a real-life war drama about U.S. soldiers deployed to Afghanistan after 9/11. The film earned $71 million on a $35 million budget. Hemsworth, who starred alongside his wife, Elsa Pataky, made around $3 to $4 million and brought quiet intensity to one of his most grounded roles. Endgame 2019 was the finale. Playing a depressed, broken Thor was a risk, but it landed. The film shattered records at $2.8 billion, and Hemsworth closed out the saga with a rumored $20 million payday. Men in Black International 2019 tried to reboot a classic, with Hemsworth front and center. The film made $254 million globally on a $110 million budget, but failed to impress critics. Hemsworth earned around $10 million, reuniting with Tessa Thompson in a flashy role that couldn't quite match the original magic. Post-MCU, Extraction 2020 proved he didn't need a cape to lead. The Netflix original became the platform's most watched film ever. Hemsworth earned about $5 to $6 million, and the 12-minute, one-take fight sequence became legendary. Thor, Love and Thunder 2022 doubled down on absurdity. Fans were split, but it still brought in $760 million, with Hemsworth taking home $20 million. In an unexpected twist, Spiderhead 2022 saw Hemsworth play against type, a charming, twisted scientist running drug experiments on inmates. Released on Netflix, it didn't have box office numbers, but earned praise for Hemsworth's slick, morally gray performance. He reportedly made around $2 to $3 million for the role. Then came Furiosa 2024, a complete reinvention. As the villain, Dementus, Hemsworth ditched every trace of Thor's nobility. The performance was chaotic, grotesque, and magnetic. A total transformation that showed just how far he's willing to go. Which Hemsworth performance is your favorite? And who should we break down next? Drop it in the comments.